Welcome to the Beatles Talk Show. Today we're talking about January 30th in Beatles history.
Already? Oh my God.
Did you know that the Beatles were performing a lot, of course, as many gigs as they could, almost daily at the Cavern Club? On this date in 1962 and 1963, they performed a lunchtime show at the Cavern Club. And even earlier than that, on this date in 1961, the Beatles performed at Liverpool at the Latham Hall, and they received a payment of £8.50, which is less than $12 US. That's the kind of money they were making at that time. And this was, you could say it's early in their career, but it really isn't, because they've already been around. John and Paul together for 5 years.
So you put it in today's money, you're still, maybe times that by 10, you're only looking at maybe $150. So really, they weren't getting paid that much.
So, but if it was daily, it adds up. But, the point is that they're just...
I think they played the Cavern Club during the lunch break for the free food. Wouldn't you?
Well, yeah. That could have been...
the Cavern used to have really good food during the daytime. They still do, I think. Liquid lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On this date in 1964, the Please Please Me single was released from VJ Records. Quickly to cash in on all this new hype that Beatlemania had now swept America. And it's interesting because actually VJ had released this song almost a year earlier and it was a flop. But this time it wasn't going to be a flop. Also on this exact same day in 1964, the Beatles were performing in Paris, France, and they actually performed 2 shows today.
At the Olympia Theatre. It's on film, actually.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. On this date in 1967, the Beatles held their first day of filming for the Strawberry Fields Forever promotional film.
That's a good video.
Yeah, so they did the shooting near a dead oak tree behind a birdhouse. And it was at this time that John Lennon bought a 19th century circus poster from an antique shop, which inspired the lyrics to
For the benefit of Mr. Kite.
Yeah.
That's what the song
So that's kind of interesting stuff, right? But, this day in history for the Beatles will usually be remembered for being the rooftop concert in 1969, held on the rooftop of Apple Studios in London, England. And they played for 42 minutes, and half of the footage is used in the movie Let It Be, which would come out the next year.
And I own the other half, by the way.
Excellent. Mm-hmm. The police, of course, arrived after neighbors complained, and so they had to end the show. They did perform Get Back 3 different times on the rooftop.
They did.
So
Did you know, I'm going to throw this in here, that originally was supposed to be a huge concert. They had planned to do it at either a Greek amphitheater or on a cruise ship. Paul wanted a big show. He wanted a big concert. And they just couldn't figure out where they were going to do it. And George was against the whole idea from the start. So finally, they kind of said, okay, well, let's just go on the roof. It's like 3 steps away. So, but there was supposed to be a big show, a big concert. Yeah. But that's good you brought that up, the rooftop concert. Yeah.
And also on this date in 1971, January 30th, George Harrison's My Sweet Lord and the album All Things Must Pass both hit #1 in England, making him the first Beatle to have a solo #1 song on the radio.
Mm-hmm. Good album, good song.
And on this date in 1981, I'm not sure what the reasoning is, but Magical Mystery Tour was released in a half-speed master recording from Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab.
Interesting.
So
what's the difference there with the half speed?
I think, just the audio quality would be supposedly better, right? But this would have been a very limited print run, so this is probably quite collectible right now. All right, well, there you go. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
Okay, take care, guys.
So my dear friends, come back when you can.